What's up everyone, it's Troy from 420vapezone.com. In this video we're going to talk about the DaVinci IQ and the flavor chamber. We're going to stuff the flavor chamber and the DaVinci IQ full of magical herbs, this kind and the kind from the actual grocery store, and we're going to enhance the flavors of our vapor with these magical herbs in the flavor chamber. And we'll talk about all these different combinations and the effects they have and how they affect the flavor in this video. Okay, so before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about the flavor chamber and what it does. In the DaVinci IQ, the flavor chamber is actually right beneath the bowl where your vaporization happens. This is the flavor chamber right here. Flavor chamber pops out from the bottom, and what's cool about the flavor chamber is the vapor goes around it and through it, and it cools the vapor, and whatever you have in the flavor chamber essentially gets not vaporized, but it adds some essence to your vapor. You know, it adds a little bit of flavor, a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of fun. You can even put some little nugs inside your flavor chamber, and it'll add a little more of fresh cannabis flavor to your vapor while putting a little more cannabis condensation on your nugs, therefore making them stronger for your next vaporization. So what I did is I went to the grocery store and I picked up a bunch of amazing different things that I can add to the flavor chamber to affect the vapor. Shout out to Ooze Life for having the coolest conference swag ever with those reusable grocery bags. And let's go through them real quick. So we have Linden flower, Oregano, Eucalyptus, Hibiscus flower, Chive rings, cinnamon, curry leaves, ooh, whole ginger, Chamomile flower, orange peel, cloves, star anise, allspice, Dandelion. This is some gourmet shit. I better change my shirt. All right, that's better. All right, so now let's get this thing packed up. We'll get our DaVinci IQ packed up, and we'll pack in some of the flavor chamber with some of these herbs and spices, and we'll see what we can do for flavor. So since I have 4 flavor chambers, I'll pack each flavor chamber with one blend, and we'll vape on 4 different flavor chambers and talk about all of them individually. I actually had the intention of mixing and matching some of these herbs to see how they would taste together, but after 4 bowls in the DaVinci IQ, that chamomile flower just put me to sleep. Alright, so I've set the DaVinci IQ to 370. It is up to temperature. I have the first flavor chamber, which is the hibiscus flower. I'm excited to try this hibiscus, especially after smelling it. My cannabis is starting to heat up a little bit. I'm going to slip the flavor chamber in. We're going to see if we can get any flavor. We're at 370 degrees, which is my preferred temperature for sativas. And let's go to town. Cheers, everyone. Oh yeah, wow. I'm actually quite surprised at how much flavor is coming through from the hibiscus flower just in the flavor chamber. Holy shit. It adds a surprisingly amount of flavor. It's very aromatic and very, very flavorful. It's very fruity. It adds a fruity taste to it. It's very subtle, but it's enough to know that it's there and know that it's not part of the weed. I don't want to change it. I want to keep going with this hibiscus flower. So this may be my new favorite thing ever. Hibiscus flower. It smells like plums or cherry. I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. Wow. All right, I am in love with the hibiscus, and I don't want to take it out, but I'm going to give my weed a quick little stir. Still nice and green at 370. The DaVinci IQ is perfect. I'm going to take out this flavor chamber of the hibiscus, and we're going to drop in a flavor chamber of the curry leaves. Let's try the curry leaves out. Oh yeah, it changes. The flavor changes immediately, even though the flavor chamber is not even warmed up with the curry leaves. The cherry flavor is gone. I'm not tasting so much of the curry, but I can definitely tell that there's something different in there, and it's not fruity anymore. Let's hit it again. Yeah, I can taste it a little bit, like on the sides in the back of my mouth. It's very subtle. I'm going to bump up the temperature to 379 for this sativa. We're going to keep vaping on this sativa with the curry leaves and see what we can get for some flavors going on. Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of anything special from the curry leaves. Maybe they're very subtle, and maybe some people with more curry taste buds might be able to pick it up a little bit more than I can. But for me, I'm going to pull this one, and we're going to go to the Linden flower right now. We're going to put in the Linden flower or the Tilia flower. Right after a quick Google search that makes sure that I can vape Linden flower and not die. It's probably fine. We're going to vape some Linden flower with this sativa. Cheers. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. You can actually feel this one a little bit in my sinus cavity, up in the back of my mouth, and up in the nose area. All right, the Linden flower is not doing anything special for me. The weed is starting to get to the second stage of its cook. Starting to taste a little bit earthy, so I'm going to go ahead and pop out this flavor chamber from the Linden flower. Whoa, see that? Landed on its butt, directly standing up. I'm going to drop in this oregano. There we go with the oregano. All right, for this last little sesh, or the last part of the session, I bumped up the temperature to 385. We got the oregano in the flavor chamber. Cheers. You can definitely taste the oregano. You can definitely taste the oregano. I wonder if you can smell the oregano. We'll do that in a next video. Oh yeah, I can definitely taste the oregano. It's almost a little bit of a throat irritant. Like it burns the throat a little bit, like I can feel it. My tongue. Let me look this up, make sure I'm not gonna die. It's actually kind of weird and spicy. I kind of like it. It's spicy. It's so weird. I'm pulling this. That's weird. Hibiscus flower wins the first round. For sure. For sure. That's nice. So a quick recap. Curry, no-go. Linden flower, meh. Oregano, probably not a good thing to be vaping this. A little bit spicy and weird. Smells, it might cover up your scent of weed, but I don't know if it's good for you. Tastes good, but spicy. I don't know. All right, round 2 is ready. We have a fresh bowl packed. The DaVinci IQ is heating up to 380. I'm gonna set that back down to, actually I'll just leave it at 380. 380 is good. For round 2, we got ginger, we got dandelion, we got chive rings, and we got cinnamon. I'm not really looking forward to the chive rings and the cinnamon after the results of the oregano in first round. The oregano ended up being a little bit spicy in my lungs and mouth and lips. I'm thinking the chive and the cinnamon might be something similar, but we're going to find out. So let's drop in the first flavor chamber, which is the ginger. The ginger smells exactly like you would expect it to smell. Like, whew, like ginger. Like strong ginger. Like ginger from a Thai restaurant ginger. All right, cheers. I might not be looking forward to this one either. This one might hurt. It's actually really nice, especially with the lemon. The lemon from the Jack Herer. The ginger adds a really nice, like, aftertone, like a it didn't taste it until after the exhale, so it's like a finishing note. Oh wow, that's very weird, very strange. You can definitely taste the ginger. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot with the ginger. The ginger tastes very nice. It's not so food-like that it's weird, but it does taste like ginger and smells like ginger in a more of a essential oil style. It's very nice, very subtle. Wow, I'm really digging the ginger. I'm glad I tried the ginger. Let's move on to the dandelion. The dandelion is not yellow; it's brown in this reality. So put the ginger there. Let's put our dandelion capsule in. So the dandelion does not smell anything like dandelion. I really don't know what it smells like. It just smells like weird. Let's hit it. It tastes more than it smells in this scenario. We're at 380. It actually mingles with the lemon from the Jack Herer quite nice as well. Huh. That's a pretty strange flavor, the dandelion. It almost tastes of, I don't know, of like green. Tastes like green, like leafy greens. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I'm not digging the dandelion. I wouldn't recommend the dandelion. Let's move on to the chive rings. Chive rings, I know what chives are. Chives are like related to onions. So I could imagine these are going to be similar to the garlic, which we didn't have. So I don't know how that's even relevant. Apparently the Jack Herer is having some effect of its own. That or is the ginger. It might be the ginger talking. So let's get vaping on the chive rings. Cheers. Actually, there's a little bit of sweetness to the chives. This one actually tastes really good as well. A lot better than I was expecting. Not bad. Not bad. The chive rings aren't bad. These are a lot more subtle than the oregano, so they're not super chive in your face, but they're not bad. Not bad at all. You can definitely taste the chive. Keep calm and chive on. And then we're going to replace the chives. Bam. With the cinnamon. I don't know if this is real cinnamon or if this is cassia or whatever the sold as cinnamon things are. Cheers though. This is cinnamon, or what sold to me as cinnamon. That's actually pretty nice too. You can taste the cinnamon. Very subtle on the cinnamon. It's almost like a cinnamon smell. It's there in like the first puff. Nice. The cinnamon's nice. I'm liking the cinnamon. It's a little bit dry. Like the cinnamon makes the vapor a little bit dry, but it's a very subtle cinnamon taste, and I can actually get behind that. I kind of like that. Pretty nice. Okay, so for round two, I think the ginger is actually a win. I think the cinnamon is a win. I don't know if I would go back to the chives. The chives taste nice, but I don't think I would purposely add them. But I think I actually might keep using some of this ginger in the DaVinci IQ and maybe even the cinnamon too, and seeing how it goes. All right, we are back for round 3. The DaVinci IQ is heated up to 380 already. We got a fresh bowl packed of Jack Herer, perfect. The first flavor chamber that we're going to pack in here is filled with chamomile. Chamomile is a lovely, lovely little flower. You often find it in tea. Makes you very sleepy. It literally smells like sleep when you smell this. The next flavor chamber that we'll be vaping after the chamomile is cloves. You all know cloves. Cloves, unforgettable smell. Leave a comment down below if you were that guy who smoked the clove cigarettes in high school in the group. There's one in every single group smoking the clove cigarettes. And the third flavor chamber we're going to be vaping on is Star Anise. This smells like black licorice or Sambuca. But our DaVinci IQ is at 380. I am on the moon. I think it's all that ginger that I've been vaping from that flavor chamber. Kept that little piece of ginger right here, by the way, just so we're being fully clear. Let's take a taste of the chamomile in the DaVinci IQ. We're at 380. Cheers. The chamomile. I'm liking the chamomile. That's very nice. Oh, wow. Fucking A. I'm really liking the taste of the chamomile. It adds a nice, subtle chamomile flavor. It's very soft and fluffy. It's very, very lovely. Oh, yeah. Chamomile is a definite winner. I'm going to move on to the next flavor chamber. Ooh. I got to do one more round of this yet. Woo. That's a hot flavor chamber. The next flavor chamber is cloves. And I think in order for this to be appropriate for the cloves, I have to... There we go. So here we are with the cloves at 380. Yep. That's exactly like you'd expect it to be. Just like one of those clove cigarettes without the smoky taste and the man bun. Whew. It's actually a little bit on the spicy side. Like you can actually taste a little bit of the clove spice, like in your mouth and on your lips. Pretty interesting. Whew. A little bit strong, like the clove taste is a little bit strong. I actually remember that from smoking a clove cigarette. Feeling it on your tongue. Same feeling, kind of makes your tongue a little bit numb. That's wild. Not bad. Cloves are not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna take out the cloves. I don't think I'm gonna learn any more from that. Tastes pretty good. And the third one is Star Anise. Star Anise, I hope this tastes in the Star Anise version of what the cloves tasted like, because I actually like the black licorice taste, so I'm really looking forward to the Star Anise. Cheers. We're still at 380. So far, both the chamomile and the cloves have been big wins for me. Let's try the Star Anise. Actually, it's a lot more subtle than the cloves. It's definitely not in your face with that black licorice flavor. It's there. It's subtle. I can still taste the cloves in my mouth from the previous one, though, so the Star Anise is definitely not overpowering that. Starting to come around as it heats up a little bit. It's a more subtle flavor. It has the licorice scent and the licorice smell. Not super powerful. A little bit spicy. Very nice. Very nice. I'm liking the Star Anise. Okay, so the chamomile and the cloves and the star anise, I think, are all thumbs up for me. They're all really nice. The chamomile is really nice. I think I'm gonna have my wife try that. I think she'll really like that, and I'll probably definitely continue to use the cloves. All right, let's come back with round 3, 4. I am super gingered up from all that chamomile and cinnamon. Let's get on to round 4. All right. I don't know if we had a snap exit on the end of round 3, but we have a snap entrance on round 4. Here we are. I've been vaping on the ginger, so we're all clear here. Round 4, we have some eucalyptus leaves. I bought these at the grocery store. If you are a koala bear, you might have these in your refrigerator. If you're in Southern California, you might have these in your backyard. I have these in the neighborhood. I don't know why I bought them at the grocery store. I guess it was kind of cool because the grocery store sells eucalyptus leaves. Maybe koala bears also shop at my grocery store. We're going to put the eucalyptus leaves flavor chamber in the DaVinci IQ for the first part of the session. We have another fresh bowl of Jack Herer loaded up in the DaVinci IQ, and we are ready to go at 380. Cheers. After the eucalyptus, we have orange peeled, little orange peels, and allspice. This one's going to be a fun one, I think. But first, we have eucalyptus leaves in the flavor chamber. Eucalyptus and Jack Herer. Cheers. So I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to taste anything, because these really don't smell. They smell like eucalyptus, but they're not like a super strong. Very subtle, different. So the eucalyptus is there. It's not very in your face. It's adding a nice little flavor. I think eucalyptus has some other health benefits. If that's what you're into, this is a nice little way to vaporize it. As far as adding flavor to your bowl, eucalyptus is a little bit subtle. We're gonna put in the orange peel. Just to make sure this is orange peel. I don't want to get them mixed up. Yes, this is the orange peel. This will be a fun one. Putting in the orange peel. Orange peeled. Cheers. The orange actually doesn't add as much flavor as I was expecting it to. I was actually hoping for a lot of orange flavor, and there's not hardly any. Like I don't even know if I can taste it. No, I can't taste that flavor. It smells like a sweet orangey zest, and I can't taste any zesty orange flavor. I taste what's there, and it tastes of a different type of orange, or a different type of spice. Not a fan of the orange. It doesn't give me any orange satisfaction. Now we're on to the allspice. This one scares me a little bit. This one scares me. Let's see what the allspice does. Cheers. The allspice isn't terrible. It actually reminds me a little bit of some of the cloves or some of the other ones that we had in the previous round. It's kind of bright, loud. A little more of the earthy undertones with the allspice. I'm actually not really familiar with allspice. I see people using it on cooking channels and cooking TV shows, but that's about it. Not bad. I can smell it. It changes the smell of the vaporizer as well. That's another. I guess that's another benefit of having things in the flavor chamber, is it changes the way your vape smells. My office smells crazy right now because of all these different smells. Okay, I am all gingered out. Calling it round 4. I'm gonna say the eucalyptus is okay. Eucalyptus is okay. The orange peel, I'm gonna say meh. Throw that one out. Allspice, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to put this in the vaporizer. Same. I mean, I probably use this over the eucalyptus, but it's also a meh. From the previous rounds, chamomile. This was actually really nice. I'm looking forward to continuing to use this and trying to use this and seeing how this affects my use in the vaporizer. Star anise, same. I'll also use this. This has a nice licorice smell to it, and I'm gonna see what happens if I keep using this in the DaVinci IQ. The cloves. I'm gonna have fun with this one in public. Maybe even make some fun videos with this. Who knows? We could have some fun. Cinnamon. It did add some pretty cool effects, like as far as cinnamon taste to the vape. I'm not a huge cinnamon fan myself. The ginger was also nice. I do like gingery things. I like ginger drinks and I like ginger foods. So this I'm actually gonna also try to use again in the flavor chamber and see what has how things go for a longer term. And again with hibiscus flower, this was my favorite. Starting off right from the beginning, adds a nice like cherry taste and scent to the vapor. It's really unique. It's floral, but it's also fruity. I don't know what this thing actually is, but I'm intrigued, and I'm also going to keep using this in the flavor chamber. Follow me on 420vapezone.com and 420vapezone Instagram. Make sure you follow DaVinci Vaporizer as well on Instagram and on Twitter, on Facebook. You know, all those places. There's links down here, links around, I'm sure. Follow us, follow everybody. Share this video, share this content. Appreciate the love, fam. Adios.